Guys, a demon just spoke through Tony Braxton, and I'm shook.
Okay, I gotta call you back. I'm about to have Bible study.
Why?
Cause I'm saved. I don't know about
Well,
church.
not church.
Just my
Holy,
faith. Because I'm a person that don't go to church.
Right.
Tamar Braxton has sparked major controversy within her family, sending the internet into a frenzy. She isn't just reacting to the ongoing drama. She's making serious accusations, claiming that her sister tried to draw her into what she describes as a cult. The more details that emerge, the more disturbing the situation appears. To understand what's happening, it's important to look at the background. This is a family deeply rooted in TH. Church, one that built its early reputation through gospel music before rising to fame in the world of R&B. But when faith begins to blur into control and sisterhood shifts into manipulation, things can quickly take a darker turn. The speculation intensified when Tamar went live, revealing that she was preparing for a Bible study to combat what she believed were witchcraft and demonic forces affecting her life. Instead of support, however, she faced a shocking response, from her sister, Tony Braxton, who questioned the legitimacy of the Bible and criticized its origins, even going as far as calling its author a racist white man.
Read the word. Because it's important to know the word. How else we gonna ban all these demons and witchcraft? How else you gonna do it?
There are other books.
Girl, get off of my phone, girlfriend. Get off of my phone. I'll call you back.
I mean, that book was written by a racist white
Girl,
man.
goodbye, girl. I'll call you in an hour.
This isn't just a case of subtle online shade. Let that really sink in. This isn't some random internet troll stirring controversy. This is Tony Braxton openly dismissing the Bible, while her sister is leaning on faith to cope with what she believes are spiritual attacks. For a family that has long presented itself as deeply rooted in religion, that moment felt jarring, almost like a public break from everything they once stood for. And for many watching, it didn't go unnoticed. Some even pointed to scripture, referencing warnings about people drifting away from faith and embracing deception, praying that Tony might eventually return to her spiritual roots. But the situa tie-in goes far beyond a single comment. Tamar Braxton has been hinting for months that she's battling something much bigger than family tension, something she describes as dark, spiritual, and deeply unsettling. Fans have started connecting dots from her past appearances and behavior. Her emotional breakdown on Celebrity Big Brother, her shaved head, cryptic symbolism in her fashion choices, and eerie imagery in magazine shoots. Online speculation has taken a dramatic turn, with some suggesting she's Rezzy's, powerful forces within the entertainment industry. Claims that range from manipulation to extreme control tactics. While these theories remain unproven, they've gained traction among fans trying to make sense of her recent statements and experiences. Tamar herself has fueled concern by sharing deeply troubling incidents. She once revealed she experienced a blackout with no memory of what happened. More recently, she claimed she woke up injured, surrounded by blood, with missing teeth and no clear explanation. That revelation alone sent shockwaves through her fan base. And this is where the conversation shifts from drama to something far more serious. Tamar isn't speaking metaphorically when she talks about demons or spiritual warfare. She believes she's in the middle of it. Even more alarming, she has suggested that members of her own family may be on the opposing side of that battle. To understand why this feels so intense, you have to look at where it all began. The Braxton family was raised in a deeply religious household. Their father was a preacher, their mother led the choir, and faith wasn't optional. It was a way of life. They built their early careers on gospel music before transitioning into mainstream R&B success. But that foundation wasn't without cracks. In her memoir, Unbreak My Heart, Tony Braxton opened up about experiencing what she described as religious extremism growing up. Strict rules, constant pressure, and fear as teachings shaped her early years. Over time, she began to associate religion with control rather than comfort, which helps explain her current perspective. So when Tony pushed back against Tamar's Bible study, it may not have just been disagreement. It may have been rooted in her own unresolved experiences with faith. Still, for Tamar, the situation feels like something else entirely. She has desker, feeling isolated, ignored by her sisters unless cameras are rolling, excluded from communication, and treated like an outsider within her own family. She's accused them of gaslighting and even claimed that private criticism has been happening behind the scenes. That's where the word cult starts to see airy weight in her narrative, not in the traditional sense, but as a system control, isolation, and psychological pressure. And then, just as Tamar began speaking more openly, things took a disturbing turn. She went from sharing scriptures and messages of faith online to suddenly being hospitalized with serious injuries, fractures, missing teeth, and limited mobile. Eye to eye, the most chilling detail, she says she has no memory of how it happened. This isn't the first time she's faced a life-threatening situation. Back in 2020, she was hospitalized after a reported overdose and later admitted she had struggled with suicidal thoughts due to feeling trapped. But this time, the circumstances appeared different, less like self-harm and more like unexplained physical trauma. Naturally, questions started pouring in. Was this an accident, a warning, or something else entirely? Some fans even pointed to reports that she had been seen out shortly before the incident, raising further speculation about what may have happened that night. Others questioned why she reached out for a dentist instead of immediate medical help after losing teeth. At this point, the line between reality, perception, and speculation has become increasingly blurred. Tamar has hinted that there's more to the story, something bigger she hasn't fully revealed yet. Whether this is leading up to a major personal disclosure, a media project, or simply her way of processing trauma remains unclear. One thing is certain, the situation has moved far beyond typical celebrity drama. Between the family tension, conflicting beliefs about faith, and deeply concerning personal incidents, it has become a complex and unsettling narrative that continues to unfold. And as more pieces come to light, people are left wondering what is really going on behind the scenes of the Braxton family.